In the middle of an already destructive wildfire season, another death on the front line.
Everyone in the territory is going to be mourning the loss of this firefighter.
Officials say the male firefighter, who has not been identified, died from an injury on Saturday while battling a fire in the Fort Liard district, near the territory's borders with Yukon and BC.
The firefighters up here do an amazing job. They work really hard and they work really closely. And a lot of them, they're working in their own communities or in territories that are really important to them culturally or just because they grew up here.
It's Canada's second frontline fatality in the past few days after 19-year-old firefighter Devyn Gale died in Revelstoke on Thursday. Her death adding grief to exhaustion as dry weather fuels the many fires in the central interior.
We need some consistent precipitation. Unfortunately, it looks like maybe starting tomorrow we're back to a bit of a drying trend with a bit of a different inversion, and we'll get some winds, which is what we don't want to see, is the winds. But
there's no water here. It means that there's no water kind of percolating gently down into our streams.
Drought is also partly to blame for the ferocity of these fires. Water scarcity is being felt across BC, even in wetland and rainforest areas.
Any of these things could ignite fairly easily, given a concerted source of ignition, like a lightning strike and something like that. So once they get going, there's a lot of fuel, and it'll flow up the branches up into the crown of the tree, and once it gets going and all the trees get involved, it's really hard to put it out, and so that's why fires go out of control.
While BC might see some rain this week, it's unlikely to be enough to slow down the flames, but the skies might offer some help with the arrival of international firefighters. Georgie Smythe, CBC News, Vancouver.